The weekend forecast from the Met Office. If you've got outdoor plans this weekend, Saturday is the day, although Sunday's not looking too bad depending on where you are. More on that in a moment. Certainly on Saturday we've got one low departing, another low starting to move in, but in between a ridge of high pressure leading to widely clear skies, but also widely a fresh feel. Some might call it a chilly feel Saturday morning, a touch of frost possible in some sheltered parts mid-Wales northwards, otherwise in towns and cities widely mid to high single figures. Nevertheless, despite the fresh start, there will be plenty of sunshine out there first thing. One exception, far north of Scotland. Shetland, Orkney, Caithness, Sutherland, still a few showers around and a brisk breeze, but light winds, blue skies elsewhere. The cloud will bubble up and fill in somewhat by the afternoon, so not entirely sunny by the end of the day, but it's still going to be bright and dry for the vast majority, and with light winds, a perfectly pleasant September day with temperatures a little below average for the time of year, not something we've experienced much of this month so far, 15 to 16 or 17 Celsius generally. Now for Northern Ireland, we do have some thicker cloud arriving by the end of the afternoon and some outbreaks of rain, and this is a weather front that will introduce quite a lot of rain in some places by the end of the weekend. And that's because it contains the footprint of some tropical moisture circulating around the remnants of Hurricane Nigel, or ex-hurricane I should say, because by this stage it's transformed into a typical area of low pressure that we often see in the mid-Atlantic or the North Atlantic. And this, although it's a large area of low pressure, won't directly affect the UK, but it is bringing this strong southwesterly airflow with this footprint of tropical moisture, extra humidity, all the ingredients there for quite a dumping of wet weather across western Scotland, northwest England, Wales and Northern Ireland for Sunday and into early Monday. Now we start the day with increased cloud across much of the UK, the rain already getting going across West Wales, into northern England, southern Scotland, Northern Ireland. The rain heavy at times, especially over the higher parts of northwest England, southern Scotland and southeast Northern Ireland. But it's not wet everywhere. The rain eventually moving into northern Scotland after a dry and bright start here. And it's largely, through the daytime on Sunday at least, avoiding much of central and southern England, as well as parts of East and South Wales. Cloudier further west, but actually some bright skies there for parts of the Midlands, East Anglia, South East England. It will be breezier, with certainly some gales developing through Irish Sea coastal areas and western hills. So quite a windy day in places along with that wet weather. But the breeze is coming from the south. It contains that increased humidity, so a very different feel to the day compared with Saturday. And as a result, temperatures peaking into the 20s once again in the south and southeast, mid to high teens elsewhere. Even if it's raining a lot of the time, it's going to be more humid compared with Saturday. So a fine day for central and southeastern parts, but we've got that persistent rain, and over hills in the west and northwest it could cause issues by the end of Sunday because of course it comes on top of the very wet weather that we saw earlier this week. That's something we'll be keeping a close eye on here at the Met Office. That wet weather as it increasingly builds up over western and northwestern hills on Sunday and into Monday. Showers replace it early next week.